World holding on by a thread. We need a magical weaver. Weave a world, leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal. Gathering for the grand old show. Time like years flying by in the wink of an eye. World holding on by a thread. We need a magical weaver. Weave a world, leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal. Gathering for the grand old show. Time like years flying by in the wink of an eye. In the world holding on by a thread. We need a magical wheel turn sour. We need a magical weaver. Weave a world, leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal. Gathering for the grand old show. Time like years flying by in the wink of an eye. Flying by like the wink of an eye. World holding on by a thread.
Salute.
We need a magical weaver.
Here's you.
World, leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal. Gathering for the grand old show. Time like years flying by like the wink of an eye. It was lovely.
Hey, Raquel. How you doing?
The sun was
Thanks for stopping by.
Couldn't have hair world, lay it bare, free the soul. Waving in the wind, willows singing in the night. Wind walking up the hill, branches tapping on the roof, all the night long. Singing its a song that reaches all the way. Up on that hill I heard the wolves cry, singing to the moon all the night long, sunset to sunrise. It was a lovely Saturday, the sun was high in the sky, couldn't have it here in the world. Lay it bare, free the soul, waving in the wind, willows singing in the night. Wind walking up the hill, branches tapping on the roof. All the night long singing its song, it's the song that reaches all the way up and down the hill. I heard wolves cry, singing to the moon all night long, sunset to sunrise. Salute. It was a lovely Saturday. The sun was high in the sky, couldn't have a care in the world. Lay it bare, free the soul. Waving in the wind, willows singing in the night. Wind walking up the hill, branches tapping on the roof, all the night long, singing its song, singing its.
Little fun fact. If you drink grape juice after you take a sip of cognac, it will taste like cranberry juice. That is the weirdest thing I've experienced. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you.
Song, it's the song that reaches all the way. Up on the hill, I heard wolves cry, singing to the moon all night long, sunset to sunrise. It was a lovely Saturday, the sun was high in the sky, couldn't have a care in the world. Lay it bare, free the soul, waving in the wind, willows singing in the night. When walking up the hill, rats tapping on the roof. All the night long, singing its song. It's the song that reaches all the way up on the hill. I heard the wolves cry, singing to the moon all night long. Sunset to sunrise to the moonrise.
Apparently, my player got updated, and it's no longer called the Groove Player or whatever, and now it's just called Media Player. How boring is that? Traveling back. Yo, what's up, Wes?
I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind. From time to time, fix the wheels, make the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air passing up by the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind. From time to time, fix the wheels, makes the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raised my hand, felt the air passing by up in the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time. Fix the wheels, make the wheel turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air passing by in the sky. I was standing in the beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time. Fix the wheels, make the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with a beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air passing by up in the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time. Fix the wheel, make the wheel turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheel with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air passing by up in the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time.
Interesting. Yeah, so it stopped playing like automatically after it stops. That's the only thing that's really changed with it other than the name. Yeah, I'm waiting for the studio to open. That's a really get you on the dance floor kind of song going on there. Got me moving.
That makes both of us dancing in my chair, dancing in my chair.
I was standing up dancing, man. Shit. And I may or may not, and I'm probably more than likely wearing clothes.
I just imagine you are.
Yeah. Little fuck with your head a little bit there, and yeah, make you wonder what, and which way it was going. It's like, am I really standing on the ceiling, and is that the floor above my head?
Where have I fallen over? I don't know where I am.
All right, I'm gonna play that one again. Traveling back. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed creating that. The vocals for that one. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind. From time to time, fix the wheels, make the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air passing up by the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind. From time to time, fix the wheels, makes the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raised my hand, felt the air passing by up in the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time. Fix the wheels, make the wheel turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air pass by in the sky. I was standing in the beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time. Fix the wheels, make the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Yeah. Fix the wheels with a beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air passing by up in the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time. Fix the wheel, make the wheel turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheel with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air passing by up in the sky. I was standing in the beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind from time to time. All right. Let's see here. I gotta go back in here and change this thing back to the mic and all that, and see audio devices. I think that's it. Nope, that's not it. That is not it. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Let's see here. This thing's a pain in the butt sometimes. I'm switching the mic back instead of the guitar line on this here studio. Oh, yeah, I think you might be it. Are you it? Sound device, microphone. All right, we'll find out. All right, I got it. Couldn't be any more, simpler. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Papa Cotton, how you doing? How's it hanging? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Oh my god, I got this shit to work in under 10 minutes. I can't believe it.
Hey, hold on. Let me take care of the monitor because the monitor is really loud in my ear and can't much think with it on. There we go. I guess you could say I'm in a rare mood because I haven't really been feeling it, man. It's like, it comes last Saturday. It's like, don't feel it. Okay, I want to watch
I
something. Yeah, watch Star Trek
feel like I'm
Enterprise.
feeling you're not feeling it.
Yeah, totally, man. It's like today. It's like I felt inspired a little bit. I didn't even have to listen to any Jerry Garcia band or Grateful Dead to get inspired. It's like, damn. Yeah. Yeah, and that song "Traveling Back," I had a lot of fun recording the vocals to that. Hey, we call you WW now.
People were calling me Wario and Mario.
Yeah, my most favorite movie ever. What is it? Burt Reynolds. His name was WW in the movie, and it was the Dixie Dance Kings and something else. Name of the movie. Great freaking movie. I liked it so much I bought a bootleg version of it years ago. Now I don't
Was
even know
this
where that's at.
was this non-mustache Burt Reynolds?
You know
Was
what? I
there?
do believe he was clean shaven in that.
Yeah.
But he wore his signature red coat in that movie.
I'm trying to think. I think I've seen that movie. I think I know.
Oh,
Is this the one where there's?
WW and the Dixie Dance Kings is the name of the movie. Great
He goes to
freaking
like a
movie.
lot of truck stops and diners, right? Is that what's going
Yeah,
on?
lots of dives and all that, and Dixie Dance Kings sing and all that stuff. And he's a thief. He's a robber
Right. I
driving
do.
it's the 56 Chevy version of the Buick, or it's the 57 Buick. Fucking awesome looking vehicle, spot on, little hot rod engine in there. You know what I'm saying? Well, not little. Yeah.
I'd
So
like to
yeah,
start wrenching on some stuff again. That sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah. And I've been taking a little break at playing the guitar, making noise with the car, however you want to call it. Making noise or playing, whatever. And I started getting like time to take a break and let the fingertips heal a little. And I got a new placement for my camera that's right over there. I got this. I got this weird round clamp. It's got inserts that make it smaller, and it's basically for a streaming tree where you attach all your stuff to. It got all the arms on it and all that, and I've got like one arm here that has the Focusrite on it, and I got an arm over here that used to have the camera on it, but I use the little, because it's got like a clamp style screw. It swings over. You put the wing nut on, and it clamps it down in, and I held down it's got one of those. I got a tripod about yay long, about 12 inches, and maybe 15 inches, and it's flexible. You could like wrap it around something, and it would just stay right there. And so I got the clamp on one of the arms, and then it works out perfect. I'll take a picture of it sometime so y'all can see it.
Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I've got a mess of everything here with my setup. Got wires and clips, and right now that was kind of bugging me a little bit. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I thought I seen on Voodoo there is a brand new bundle for a fistful of dollars and all the Dollars movies, because there was actually technically, if you want to get technically, four of them. The first one was a fistful of dynamite. If you wanted to get technical, I think it was first. Cleve something, I can't remember his last name. Cleve something, drawing a blank, but it was that guy. You'd recognize him if you'd seen him. Yeah, spaghetti westerns. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dollars trilogy. I thought you had a fistful of dollars, a few dollars more, and then the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right.
Right.
What's going on? Yeah.
Right. And there was a first movie that Sergio Leone did. It was Fistful of Dynamite, and it was before all the first three movies. And there is a bundle you can get with all four. I believe it's on Voodoo.
check that out. I do
Yeah,
not believe I've
and
seen a fistful of dynamite.
and remember, digital money is garbage. It's crap. Cash is king. Gold and silver, king. Spread it around. Pass that.
Well, especially if they decide to take out the power grid, your
That's
Bitcoin's not.
CBDC or whatever they're calling that stupid digital currency. No, don't want nothing to do with that.
Well, some people,
I gotta have it in my hand. Sorry,
some people are saying that we're winning, Bear. We've won. We're winning. And what I'm thinking is, I'm looking back at it and I'm saying, no, they're relaxing things a little bit to get you complacent, and that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know. We're winning, guys. We're winning. I don't think we're winning.
It's the frogs in a cold pot of water slowly heating up again.
Exactly. They're like, yeah, turn it down a little bit. Let the frog get comfortable.
So yeah, cash is king, man. Cash is king.
Yeah.
So it's looking like maybe in a year or two, I'm going to be able to get some property.
Sweet.
And
nice.
And there's one thing that I would like to do is I want to make a place for YouTubers to gather.
Mm-hmm.
Over here in the Pacific Northwest.
That'd be cool. Yeah. God, I had I swear to God, man, this shit happens far too often. I had some clients and they used someone else, and I didn't find out about it until just recently. And of course, like the septic failed, there were termites, and they paid like a premium for this place too. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, why did you not call me? Oh, we thought you were too busy. Okay, well.
And does your licenses and all that, and what you do, cover Washington State?
I would have to get licensed there. You have to do it. When you get licensed in one state, it depends on the reciprocal agreements to get licensed in the other states.
Right.
Usually there's just like a couple of tests, maybe like a class or two, and some fees to do it. I was really looking into Nevada. Nevada's kind of weird because you can't use fictitious names in Nevada. So, like, there's this dude.
That's a good thing.
Well, I mean, I guess there was this dude named Chris something. He had this weird, like, Eastern European name. And he changed his name to Chris Nevada because he wanted to have his company called Nevada Real Estate. And they said, you can't have a fictitious name. And he said, well, what if I change my name to Chris Nevada? Can I be Nevada Real Estate then? They said, yeah. So he became Chris Nevada.
So here's the thing: they're violating the incorporate law. They can incorporate a business that's not in their name. That's the name of the business. And I don't see how they can stop them from doing that, man. They still have to have a name attached to the business when you incorporate. And here's the thing: if you don't ever want to be held accountable or liable, make yourself the president, and whoever's going to be your second, the vice president, and whoever is the treasurer. Guess what? That shit's all falling on them. They will be responsible for any tax money. And and if you're wondering how I know this, because me and some friends, we incorporated a business name called the Family Brain, and we made our third partner the treasurer. See, I was president. My other buddy was vice president, and we did that because we had a feeling about him. He was buying stuff with the license of the business, the federal tax ID. He was buying shit tons of stuff left and right, man. And we had a feeling that he was going to try and do something like that. And so basically we reported that we stepped away from the incorporated side and we are no longer responsible for that. And it left him holding the bag of anything tax wise. Yeah. This is back in 97? 1997, yeah. So yeah, I've had some experiences. So termites.
Yeah, it was so obvious too because I mean, like sometimes it's hard to find out about termites, but literally there's like a pile of sawdust, and like the bottom 2 inches of the beams were missing. I mean, it's like why did you allow them to hire this other person? I think it's because it was a hot chick and like the grant, it was their parents and he was like an old dude and it was a hot chick and I think that's why they hired her. But whatever.
Don't they ever realize that it's not the cover of the book that shows the intelligence? It's what's actually in the book.
Oh, you could tell there was no intelligence going on there. Pretty
Yeah.
obvious from the first glance, but she's pretty easy on the eyes. It was definitely, if I was an 82-year-old dude, that maybe that would put a smile on my face. I mean, what do you say? I'm gonna make this commitment. I'll have strippers come to your house if you hire me and let me sell your house, and they'll be much better looking. And you'll get a little, at least you'll be able to touch something maybe when that happens.
Shit, in some states, can you even legally offer that?
I didn't say I was legally offered it, Bear. Come on, man.
That's the
Yeah.
If the strip club was just like a couple of miles that way, I'm sure I could find somebody.
So, I got a question for everyone. So, would you rather be ran over by a steamroller on a hot day, a winter day, or a lukewarm day?
I'm gonna go winter day on that one.
Okay.
I
I'll
would be the
go-
same. Mint the day. Be nice and warm.
I'd go with hot day so it just gets it over faster.
Well, I feel like it's gonna not hurt as much on a
And
cold
if
day.
you're wondering where this little thing comes from, it was the Grateful Dead talking to each other about this stuff, and yeah. I think Jerry asked the question. So there.
Is no, I don't want to get run over an option?
Yeah,
Badly
that
not.
was actually. Phil says,
Oh.
no, I don't want to get ran over.
There you go. Ugh, man, I need to put brakes on the truck and. Oof. I see in the chat there we're talking about working a lot. I think I'm at 62 hours for the week so far. My birthday is tomorrow, so that'll be
Hey, happy birthday.
Yep.
Thank you.
Birthday, old man. Oops, sorry, young man.
I think old man is right. I don't know what's going on
How
here.
young or old are you going to be?
I'm gonna be 46 years old tomorrow.
Oh, you're still a youngin' yet.
That's young. Doesn't
Yes, that's
feel
the answer to us.
Yeah, I had my golden birth. No, my golden birth. My silver birthday was, I think, when I turned 50. Yeah, when I turned 50. It was my silver birthday. Also, your 25th birthday is something.
Yeah, the 25th one was kind of a downer, but 40 was great. My 40th birthday has been the high water mark so far. But I don't know, man. 46. I thought I was going to have a good birthday last year, but that was a disaster. And
My 25th birthday, me and my ex fiance now, fiance then, Pamela Wesolowski, we split up on my 25th birthday. That's how that worked out. Yes, and I named names. I don't care.
there you go, man.
The guy that was supposed to be our frickin' friend, man, he started hitting on her when she got back. He totally broke the frickin' bro code, man. I don't even remember his name. It might be Chris or something. I don't know. Or Christopher. I can't remember which. But total frickin' putz. And he tries to get hard with me on an email and then says this and says that. And I'm like, dude, man, Grateful Dead tour is coming right toward your town. Keep talking shit. So, yeah. He stopped. He apologized. But I ain't talked to them since then. Years. Because, the majority of my relationships, I've always been friends with them afterwards,
Wow, really?
Peaceful. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's possible?
Yeah, it is actually. Believe it or not.
On some, yes. On most, no, to my understanding.
But you see,
Man.
the fading away and not talking to each other, that happens a few years later after they realized, holy shit. Then they get resentful years later. It's weird. That's how it worked out with my ex, Terry. Yeah. She got weird and resentful later on. But we were still friends. But it's how life works out. Whose birthday is it?
Papa Cotton also has a birthday coming up on the
Hey,
23rd of July. Yeah.
happy birthday, Papa Cotton.
Well, it's a birthday month, isn't it? 'Cause mine's on the 28th of this month.
So after the 21st, that's Leo, right?
Yes,
Yeah. I'm a
I'm a
Cancer.
Leo.
My
Early
my,
Leo.
my daughter is a Leo. She's doing pretty good, by the way. Yeah, a lot better than she had been.
Yeah, I don't know about this astrology business, but I do find myself, I usually end up like in a dating scenario with Pisces, and I'm a Cancer, so I don't know if that's good or bad. But I feel like it always ends disastrously, so I don't know.
If that's been your experience, you might want to look and read up some information on that. Could be, could be, but you got to remember, it's all the planets and other stuff that's in other constellations and in other zodiacs that balance things out. It's like I had a few planets that were in Sagittarius, and I think that's what allowed me to get along with Pamela because she was a Sagittarius. But most Sagittarius, I did not get along with. My dad was a Sagittarius. We bump heads left and freaking right. Yeah. And most Sagittarius, my son's a Sagittarius.
Oh,
we kind of bump heads a little.
Now that explains that.
Yeah. And, I'm a Scorpio. Uh,
Scorpio
reason,
is.
that's the reason why me and you get along is because my rising sign is Cancer.
Oh,
My moon sign's Virgo. So I'm pretty balanced. Those two things balance out my Scorpio. Otherwise, I'd be vindictive.
oh, yeah. I'm a
I'd
bit
be a vindictive
vindictive.
attacking wolf.
I could be a bit vindictive. I don't know if that's a Cancer thing or not. I think hard on the outside, soft on the inside is how Cancer is described.
Matter of fact, I think Terry was a Cancer. Yeah.
So Papa says that every long-term disastrous relationships I've ever had were Libras. Never put much stock in astrology, but I did notice patterns. I do
What
notice
month is Libra?
patterns.
Is that October?
Yeah, my mother's a Libra, actually.
Is that October?
Yeah,
Where does that go from September 22nd to October 22nd?
I think so.
24th, because I know from the 22nd on is Scorpio. So yeah, my wife's a Libra. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently I owe a lot to Libras because apparently I was conceived on my mother's birthday. So
Wow.
it was apparently a special night.
So do you know what your golden birthday is?
What is my golden birthday?
Well, the golden birthday is the day that you were born. Let's just say, for example, December 12th. You're born on December 12th, and your birthday lands on that day. That's your golden birthday. When you turn the number that you were born on, that's your golden birthday.
July 16th. July 16th would be 1995. No, wait, no, that's 18.
No, it's got nothing to do with the year. It's got to do with the day you were born.
The day I was
So
born.
when you turn the same number age as the day you were born, the number.
Mm-hmm.
Say you were born on the 5th and you turn 5 on the 5th. That's your golden birthday.
Hang on a second here. I have to do some math now.
Yeah, it messed my head up too when my buddy of mine told me about it. But yeah,
So 1993 would be when my golden birthday was. July 16th, 1993. I was 16 years old. Yeah.
so your 16th birthday would be your golden birthday.
Well, I actually remember that one, or at least that month, pretty vividly. I think my mom and my aunt had come to the DMV with me for me to take my driving test, and the only thing I failed on was backing up. They called that tracking.
So yeah, my 12th birthday involved a case of Little King's cream ale, a case of some other type of beer, and 3 or 4 different bottles of hard liquor. Yeah, we were freaking trashed.
Oh.
Yeah. See, Portage, Indiana. It should have been known as the capital of teenage alcoholics. Seriously.
That means I'm celebrating the 30th anniversary of my golden birthday this year. Wow. Oh my God. Was 1993 30 years ago? I'm starting to feel old there, and I never felt old.
Hey, Jerry Garcia Band played at Alpine Valley on September 15th, 1989. I was 17. Soon to be 18. The old man wasn't going to let me go. I'm like, hey, you made me miss Grateful Dead at Alpine Valley this past summer. I go, pretty soon I'm going to be doing whatever I want to do anyway. I just pointed out I politely pointed out some logic in what was going to happen. And so he reluctantly let me.
All right.
Hey, my dad, he had cornered every older friend of mine when I was a kid. And a couple of them, he put a knife to their neck and told them that he was going to put them 6 feet under if they didn't take care of me when they were out and about. That is a true story. I witnessed Rob having a knife to his neck on the
What kind of
side.
knife was it?
A long one and very sharp.
Was it one of those like custom fighting knives or that people do knife fighting in, or was it
No,
like a
it was
kitchen knife?
just your basic folding blade.
Oh, okay.
My dad went everywhere with one.
Yeah, that was a thing. A lot of for that generation, dudes did. My grandpa always had at least a penknife with him. Or I'm sorry, not a penknife. What a little? I'm drawing a blank here. Had a little pocket knife. Yeah.
So yeah,
He had that pocket knife from the 50s too. He had sharpened that thing so much that blade was like tiny.
yeah, they'll wear away from sharpening. Oh, they'll definitely wear away. But yeah, it was. I think it was an old timer, big blade. It was the whole the handle and everything. The folding part was about 5 inches, so a little over 5 inches. So probably had a 5 inch blade. Yeah, it was old timer lock blade.
See, that's something that's a cool memory. I remember my dad when he was living in San Diego. He took my brother and I down to Mexico, Tijuana, and he got okay. So he got a few things. He got almond tequila, and he got switchblade knives from my brother and I, and they were the switchblades that didn't go. It was the ones that came out of the hilt like.
Oh, stiletto.
Yeah, man, those things were cool.
A switchblade opens up in a folding pattern.
Uh-huh.
One that shoots straight out. That's a stiletto. They're illegal.
I know. That's what was cool about it. And my mom was all paranoid, thinking that our dad was going to take us. They were divorced at the time. She's like, I thought your dad was going to take you to one of those things with the donkey. And I was like 11 years old or something. And I'm like, I didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. What a vivid imagination that woman had. But I don't know. My brother and I did knife each other that night, so I feel like that may not have been the best gift.
Ow.
Yeah, ow for me for sure. He got me worse than I got him. I got knifed in the thigh.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have to go to the hospital?
I did not go to the hospital, but I have a pretty gnarly scar there even to this day.
I bet.
I think that thing went in a good, inch and a half.
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, tell me about it. I almost had like people were like, "Why do you have blood on the back of your pants?" Yeah.
They had the strange shit back in those days and all that. And nowadays, people be getting calls and all that. And some people showing up. Fucking unconstitutional bastards that they are.
Yeah. A very weird childhood.
You made my childhood look like a boring little childhood.
Well, it was different.
Honestly, Papa, I think I probably would say, "Oh no, it's like, that's my mom calling. I gotta go. See ya."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I grew up in Hammond, Indiana, downtown, and I was a street kid, street smart, and a lot of times we knew when the hell to get the hell out of Dodge, get out. Kids ain't like that no more, man. Shit, me and a bunch of my friends, man, we knew everything. We go down to the local 7-Eleven, and one guy would. I can understand how criminals come about, man, because it starts at the 7-Elevens, kids stealing candy and shit. That's where it starts. People don't even realize that shit. And so me and my friends, we had a crew and shit. We go work at 7-Eleven, buy some penny candy, and then we go to our little place where we hung out at, and we throw everything down. It's like, this is all we got, man. Sodas, candy bars. Shit, we were crazy kids. In the late 70s, if you wanted to know what was going on, ask one of the kids in the neighborhood. They'll tell you every freaking thing.
Yeah, I don't really think that kind of stuff went on in my neighborhood, but we did have this one liquor store that some of the alcoholic dads in the neighborhood they would call it the liquor store and have the kid pick up the booze, right? And so those bad kids, eventually the liquor store got tired. Like the dad would stop calling, and the kid would be able to buy all the booze, and so that kid that had the alcoholic dad, because they had gotten so many phone calls from that dad, everybody would give that kid the money, and he would buy all the booze from like the liquor store that would sell it. That's what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, man, my brother was friends with him. That dude was a psychopath. Oof.
So who do you know that was 12 years old and able to go to the liquor store and buy a liquor and walk out of there, and they thinking that you're old enough?
Well, they eventually got shut down, but yeah, man, that Chinese liquor store, they had they had the best Chinese food in the area too.
We're talking the 80s, man. We're talking the 80s. People didn't give a shit. They were apathetic about a lot of shit back in those days, man. And so what happened is my friend's mom, because she may or may not have got us alcohol in the past, we had huge ragers. Well, she felt bad, and so she went and told my mom. And so one day, me and mom are going up to the Bouncing Ball liquor store. That's where I bought liquor at. And so she goes in there, and she asks the lady, "Come over here. Look out this window right here." The diamond window in the door had a piece of mirror film on it, so that way you couldn't see who was looking at you. So she goes, "You see that boy in that car right there? Stop selling him liquor." The woman's face, she goes, just turns mortified. "I thought he was old enough." Oh, I sweet talked her, and I sweet talked her real good. Yeah, they were real. No, the 80s were pretty awesome. The 80s was an extension of the 70s. Because the 70s refused to let go and leave.
Well, similar when I was a kid in Nelson in the South Island of New Zealand, is that we used to go to this bar called the Turth in Stoke, and we were about 14, 15, and they would let us buy beers, and as long as we weren't causing any trouble or being stupid, that was all okay. I think you're right about it. The 80s were the tail end of the 70s.
Oh yeah. So yeah, great times.
Yeah, I drank a lot of booze when I was like 12, between 12 and 13 years old. I think probably more than a kid should
I
have.
think I lived in the same state or right next to the state where Ted Bundy was from.
Really?
Or is it Dahmer? I think it was Dahmer. Yeah,
Dahmer would
Dahmer wasn't
be
very far.
Wisconsin, I think. Yeah.
I thought it was Illinois.
No, Dahmer was Wisconsin.
Well, it wasn't too far from where we're at. Wisconsin, just right around the lake. Nice little drive up to um, Six Flags Great America. Great place. I hope that place ain't closed down.
Man, I think they did that true crime story on Jeffrey Dahmer. That was kind of weird.
I can't remember if I seen it or not. Who was in it?
Well, I'm trying to remember who played him, but it was pretty well done considering.
Who played the cops? That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, I don't remember. Is Robert Duvall still alive? Maybe he was a cop.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Papa Cotton says I was too young to remember the 70s correctly. Same here. The earliest memory I have is like of 1980, I think, because my mom and my aunt were bitching about how much they hated Ronald Reagan. That's all I remember.
Yep.
Oh, and apparently how women have always had the shaft in history. I remember that a lot of that bullshit happening. I think my parents were separated. Yeah, women have gotten totally fucked in history. Oh, God. Ugh. Let me
But
out
isn't
of
that
here.
true?
Well, I remember quite a bit of the late '70s
Edward.
because a lot of my childhood was in the '70s. Oh yeah, freaking great times, man.
I enjoy
My
the early 80s.
great grandma, we did have a Paisley couch. We did have that.
There was a lot of antique looking paisley couches. I remember that. Some were ugly, some were ornate, pretty ugly.
I think this one was okay. Seemed comfortable. I mean, but it was Paisley. It was ugly.
I remember when I was a kid what I can remember. Not a lot of people really liked President Carter at all. And again, it was probably because of gas.
Yeah. Well, see, that's an early childhood memory I have. You know, when the gas crisis hit, you know, with all the lines and crap, it was like a real thing. People would go around siphoning gas out of tanks. And we had one of my uncles, my Uncle John, visiting from Pittsburgh, you know, Pennsylvania, and we were supposed to see him off at the airport. And my mom had a full tank of gas when she went to bed, but on the way to the airport, she realized all the gas was gone. Somebody had siphoned all the gas out of her Volkswagen. And we actually ran out of gas on the way to the airport to see him off.
Yeah, my dad had a furnace business in San Francisco because when I was like from a baby to being a toddler, we lived in San Francisco, and he had a furnace business there, and it was during the fuel crunch, and he had to just to run the sales calls. He had to buy a bunch of Toyotas, and he had to have all the guys go all over the town just to get them filled with gas, and to get gas in the freaking service trucks was a pain in the ass. So they did all their service calls and all their sales calls with the Toyotas.
Yeah, back in New Zealand in the 70s, we had a government enforced carless day, so you couldn't use a car for 2 days of the week. And if you did, and you had these little stickers that they put on the mirror on the window string saying what days you do not drive the cars. So if you got caught by those, it was a massive fine. I remember that from the 70s.
Oh, so
Hey,
that sounds a lot like Mexico City, the way they did things.
hey, Papa Cotton Man, you'd be surprised how many people are running around that are utterly oblivious to all the bad. It's all around them. They've been. I've got a theory that years of watching TV shows where watching people running around and screaming and reacting that way to an emergency. That doesn't happen in real. No one does that in real life, but it's programmed. People have been conditioned and programmed to react to emergencies and to act like they don't know what's going on or how to do anything. And so when you have a lot of the stuff dumbing down education, stupid TV shows dumbing you down, and not intelligently written shows like the ones that we've grown up with, some of the ones that we like. Well, you can tell the ones that have been kind of like, that's programming.
Oh, I'll go one a little bit further here, right? When the weather report is not accurate and they say there's a heat wave, but there's an unexpected cloud formation, you will still not see anybody out on the streets. You will still see everybody inside with the air conditioner running full blast. Little stuff like that, you'll notice. It's just like it's so obvious to us that are kind of awake, but oh, well, the TV said there's supposed to be a heat wave. So even though, this unexpected cloud formation came in and it's like 70 degrees, I'm still going to stay inside with the air conditioner on. It's like, okay, whatever, dummy.
Yeah, air conditioning's made that kind of easy to happen.
Yeah.
Really, it really has. Um, for me, air conditioning is a necessity because I have guitars, and sometimes I have to run the dehumidifier to keep the humidity between 57 and 60.
Yeah. Well, I
So,
mean, we do have a legit heat wave happening down here now, but it's
well,
like, I mean, they act like it's the end of the world. It's just like it's a little warm out. I mean,
well,
yeah.
we hit 90. We hit 90 for the first time. Well, actually, probably the second time in 3 or 4 weeks. So it gets hot here a little bit, but you see, it does it in its increments and its stages. And our hottest month up here in the Pacific Northwest is August. It's easy to see 100 degrees, 99, 95 degrees every other day. And our humidity some days, it'll go up to like 67, 79, 80%. But the humidity is from the sea. It's saltwater humidity, which isn't as bad as freshwater humidity. Now, if I don't know if you've ever been to northern Indiana in Lake Michigan area or anywhere near the Great Lakes, it is humid, muggy. Oh my God, it's just it's like going to Louisiana. It's that bad. And honestly, weather-wise, I love where I'm at because it rains all winter. A little bit of winter here and there, a little snow, but it mostly just rains. So we get to have a perpetual long green winter. And I kind of like that. So you get snow where you're at, Wes.
Here, up in like Brownsville, you do, and sometimes like Grass Valley. Occasionally, we'll have snow, but I haven't seen snow. Snow's pretty unusual where I'm at. Usually, it's a lot of rain. Get rain in February and March, sometimes April. This year, it rained like from February all the way straight through June.
Yeah, a
And
lot of places have been getting rain.
I was
They
loving it. I
normally
was
don't
like,
get
this is
lots of
amazing.
rain.
Not like that. I loved it. I was like, please stay this way for the rest of the year. And then, like, nope. And then things bloomed unseasonably in summer. And so I actually got allergies a little bit. Like right now, I have a little bit of allergies, itchy eyes and a little bit of runny nose because of all that rain. Everything decided to bloom all at the same time.
Yeah, our cottonwood trees decide to let a little go, and they're probably going to let a little more go here in a little while. We have what's called black cottonwood trees, They're different from the ones that are out east.
Ugh.
There's slight differences, but they're both
Yeah.
hardwoods. They're both hardwoods.
That elm is a big one. I'm allergic to elm. And cottonwood, allergic to cottonwood too. There's no cottonwood around me, thankfully.
Like how bad?
Juniper. My eyes will start to swell shut.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's pretty
Just
bad.
short of hives, huh?
Yeah, just short of that. No, it'll get to the point where my eyelids will swell up, and I won't,
And you said juniper?
Yeah, I'm allergic to juniper. Yeah, absolutely. And also star jasmine.
You know, juniper is related to cedar.
It is really.
Yes.
I guess
It's
that would make
also,
sense.
it's also
yeah.
related to cypress.
Well, I had a cedar tree in here, and it was fine.
Matter of fact, juniper, I believe, is considered a type of cypress. I think. Yeah, juniper berries. You'd probably massively look at juniper berries. Because you take one juniper berry and you can heat one juniper berry up and make that in a half-gallon jug, make tea out of it, and drink that, and then don't go nowhere for 2 days.
Really?
You're gonna get the shits.
Oh, yeah. Well, juniper berries are really hard, aren't they?
You make tea out of it,
Oh, okay.
and it makes evil spirits go away when you put it in your sacred pipe wood.
Okay. Well, that's not bad. I don't feel any evil spirits at the moment.
You can crush juniper berries up, mix it with your smudge and stuff like that. Evil spirits don't like it. They hate it. They don't want to be around it. You can hang pieces of juniper, a juniper bough with all its green left. Hang it above your door. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I'll tell you, a lot of people don't believe in evil spirits, but haven't had an encounter with something like that, or maybe it was that.
Well,
they definitely exist. It is a very bad vibe encountering those guys, let me tell you.
They may not believe in them, but the spirits believe in them for sure, Yeah.
They certainly do.
I've seen some crazy shit.
I saw some pretty crazy shit last year when I was telling you about that stuff, and it's still stuck with me. It's never. I mean, that's like it happened yesterday. That is some crazy stuff. I still partially can't believe it happened.
Remember the reading I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Really accurate, huh? Did I use a card deck, or did I?
I believe so.
Because I know I was getting a lot of different stuff when you were telling me about it, and I just like, holy shit. Yeah, because I just use a regular playing cards, poker cards. And there's this one site that I found that's got all this stuff that's listed and all that and tells you what it is. And it's amazing. It really is. It's amazing. Somebody who put it together was really gifted. Really gifted. And
well, I mean, like 2 medicine men showed up out of nowhere when you did that, so that was already like there's a sign.
Yeah. Also, I prayed for someone to come to you and help you,
and it worked.
Yeah. Also, I put the prayer out on. I think I put the prayer out on Facebook too. Yeah. I might have. I think I can't remember. But yeah, prayer's powerful. It works. I've seen some miraculous things in the Red Road kind of way. Pretty amazing. Just reconnecting with nature sometimes also can help. Put your feet in the earth, and you can normally absorb some of the tensions and negativities.
Yeah. Well, I did find out what those funky hieroglyphics were. I was going down the rabbit hole on different things, and mysteriously these YouTube videos, I was going to sleep, showed up, and it's Coptic. That's what it is, Coptic.
Okay.
Because I recognized the broken triangles and it appears to come from the Nag Hammadi library. These ancient Christian sects
Not,
that
not, Gnostics?
yes, they hit they. It's a literal message in a bottle. They hit these scrolls and texts inside these jars and buried them in the Egyptian desert.
It's a good thing they
And
did.
it is, and
Because
they were found in 1945. Yeah.
when Rome took over Christianity, they tried getting rid of all verses, all books, and they changed everything in how the Bible worked.
Well, it's really interesting because this guy Irenaeus, who was part of the Proto-Orthodox Church, that's part of the rabbit hole I've been going down, and I kind of feel like Irenaeus was actually a secret believer of the Gnostic texts, and part of his heretics that he was writing about, he in a way weird sort of way was, yeah, I'm persecuting these people, but also I want to have a very accurate record for when they find this. It's really it's weird having somebody that's doing the persecuting that actually believes in what he's persecuting, which is the vibe that I got when I went down that rabbit hole.
Well, not only were they being persecuted, but the Celts were being chased. Um, the a lot of the Norwegians and Danes, because of Christianity, were being sought after in different stages. In different eras. And if it wasn't one thing, being persecuted over it was another thing. And there was a lot of it prior to the birth of Christianity, right into the birth of Christianity, and after a little. A lot of my ancestors in the Viking ancestry of all those peoples were persecuted, and so were some of my Celtic ancestry and the Scottish and the Irish, the English. And there was groups of certain types of societies that would shelter each other, all interconnected, all of it. It's what
Yeah,
I've learned over the years.
it's interesting because in language you'll have words that different words in different languages that mean the same thing, like tree or table or door. There'll be different words, and we'll say, okay, what table is mesa, maybe in Spanish, like that's the same thing. And door is what, puerta in Spanish, for example.
I don't
So,
remember.
well, those are but the point I'm making is that you have these different words in different languages for the same
Right.
thing, but then when it comes to things of spiritual nature, you'll have words that describe the same phenomenon, and it's like, no, it's not the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So you have for things like this, different words, same thing, but when you go into the spiritual realm, different religions, different words, different terms for basically the same phenomena, not the same thing. It's interesting how that works, I thought.
Some of the we'll call it that infighting type of thing between different things.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with archaeology.
Yeah.
Same damn thing. And if you go in every single one of the sciences, it's the people like the Smithsonian controlling all this stuff that's been discovered and putting it in the basement and locking it up and never to be seen again. And it's happened a lot. Every large bone and skull discovery that was found anywhere in the early, say, like 1925, 1922, any of those discoveries, well, they were whisked away and forgotten when there was papers with pictures in the papers. And sometimes you can still find pieces of these papers that were put out, you find a little bit of information here and there that the Smithsonian didn't manage to find and get rid of. But it's a certain type of migration policy in North America.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of the other stuff is getting hidden.
Well, a lot of the stuff that they tell.
And if you noticed, I'm using different types of words and being diplomatic about it because it's a sensitive thing for sure.
Well, what's a lot of the stuff that they tell us, in the mainstream, just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The context I feel is missing, and then there are texts that you can't translate at all. I have a theory that a lot of the stuff that we can't translate, or a lot of things that are hieroglyphs, might actually be code. So you might actually have something that if you really go through it, you could
Mhm.
possibly create like a video. Some of those stone walls might actually, if you run it through something, could actually create like a video of the pyramids being built or something like that. Could actually be code. That could be what it is. Ancient code, like from a civilization that was far more advanced than we are. It's like, oh, hey, why don't you run this through? And there you might have like, wouldn't it be lame if it was a commercial? I don't think they operated that way, but
A lot of these people that were seekers of natural history and the real ones, a lot of them were either disregarded, laughed out, made fun of, careers ruined because they put a hypothesis forward, and it's insane. It really is. It's insane. And I'll give you an example. Um, Someone can literally come after you for thinking that you have a belief in archaeology and a little bit of facts here and there, and then they go after you and argue with you because they think it's a belief or something that you're talking about. When actually, it's just a science, and that happens. Believe it or not, it happened to me. Yeah, and it was just archaeology. Nothing metaphysical, nothing religious, nothing political, and it's like, how do you turn that somewhat political? Yeah, how'd that happen? You know what I'm saying?
It's all about protecting the status at the time. That's all it comes down to, basically. If they be seen to be worn, then all the status they had has disappeared, and they can't take these cushy little jobs.
Yeah,
well, we've lost a
that's
lot of knowledge.
yeah. And what I was just talking about is an example of why you can't have conversations with people. That's it's why. And shit, Wes, you're a conversationalist. I'm a conversationalist. Mikhail's a conversationalist. We're talkers. We like to talk.
Mhm.
And certain people you just can't fucking talk to, man. Otherwise, it's just a stupid fucking argument about stupid shit and a complete, total, utter waste of time. You know? And I'm at a point where I'm really done with that shit. Really am.
Yeah, same here.
I'm just done with all that. I'm about to let's enjoy things. Yeah, let's enjoy things. Let's enjoy the good things we got because you know what? Because no one else is really ever going to give a shit. It's come down to that, really.
It
No
does.
one cares. And those of us that care, there ain't enough of us.
No, it's not.
But there might be.
Oh, well. I mean, it depends on what's happening with this, jab. Because it's just weird because there seems to be a really, the narrative now. I don't know if I'm assuming it's a narrative. It's like everything's back to normal. Everything's back to normal. That seems to be like the narrative now. It's like, wait a second, we need to hold people to account for what happened a couple of years ago, don't we?
Yep.
We definitely do. But it's happening all over the place. The same thing in New Zealand. We have.
There needs to be that, that war comic from DC?
Mm-mm.
You know how they had tribunals in that comic? Well, we need to have something like that in real life. And not a comic book. But I'm
Yeah, we
purposely
need to
being
fuck some of these
facetious.
people up.
Yeah. With
Agreed.
words. Yes. All right. Let's. I have not seen what's been going on with entertainment news lately. Let's take a look.
I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom here.
Sure thing. Let's see. Click movies. So they're remaking Snow White. Why? Just so they can screw it up. And I think that's really all they ever really intended was to screw it up. And you see, you've always had these people in Hollywood that wanted this kind of stuff in TVs and in movies, but you always had rational people that were there saying, "No, that's not a good idea. It's not. That's not going to sell a movie. That's not going to sell uh, a TV show. It's not. It's our advertisers aren't gonna agree with that." Well, those people aren't there no more. That voice of reason has left the building of the entertainment business. And honestly, let's just put it this way: it was already tainted. Sadly, but that's true. But not all of it was. A lot of it was pretty good. And I say, let's focus on what that good was and bring that good back and focus on the good writing and stuff like that and get rid of all the bullshit. Focus on the story, and if you just focus on the story, don't focus on main characters, the other character, or on their lifestyles going on. You're focusing on a character written story that connects with other characters. That's a domino effect of characters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what needs to happen. We need to care about the written story and have good people in writing. And there is a strike going on, writer's strike. And I have to seriously wonder, is it legitimate or are they greedy?
I think it's legitimate, but I think it's way too late. I think that AI is going to replace all those people.
I think it's been pretty much proven that AI can't write those stories.
AI can do okay. So what AI can do is it can do good stories, paint by number. It can do that. It can't make great stories. It can't do that. It can't have divinely inspired stories. Stories with passion. AI is not going to be able to do that. Because a lot of writing also goes back to like the biography of the writer themselves. And as much as a writer is going to say, "Oh, it's not about me, it's about the art," you can't truly separate the art from the artist. There's a reason. There's something that a writer is trying to communicate to the audience. I call it emotional honesty that I don't think AI can do. But AI, as far as a paint by numbers story, being structured as in like, you have a plot line, you got, exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. I think AI can do that.
So have you seen 65?
No.
I have.
Is it good?
It was good. Really was.
Was it written by AI?
That's what I was wondering.
Well, it was.
I think Star Trek Picard.
I
think Star Trek Picard season 3 was written by AI. To be honest with you, I truly do.
Not if Jonathan Frakes was involved.
Okay. Here's my theory.
As a writer, he has certain attitudes.
But Frakes isn't a writer.
Yeah, he is. He's a director. You have to be able to be a director. You have to have some writing skills.
Well, here's my theory on why I think it was written by AI, and that is really the Wrath of Khan overlay. I think the casting of Amanda Plummer, I think the love child of like Picard and Crusher. This all seems like something that AI would write. It's like what makes a successful Star Trek show. Revenge, the Borg, a love child, make it like the Wrath of Khan, but none of it made sense because Beverly and Picard, this is where I think the AI really reveals itself. You have people in their mid 70s. I mean, they're in their 90s now. You have people in their mid 70s having a fucking love child. What? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. So that's why I think it was AI, because that just doesn't make sense.
Well, I happen to have some ancestors on my native side of the family, and Spanish side of the family, that were quite old when they had kids. We're talking like 70s.
Really?
Men.
Well, I mean, that's that. Well, that might be possible. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's genetics.
Hmm.
If it's in your genetics, then you're going to have it. You're going to do it.
Well, 50s I could see. 70s, I don't know. But I'm not going to say no. I've had some friends, like one of my friends was like an oops baby. Mom was supposedly done with menopause, and she gave birth in her early 50s. And but 70s, I've not seen that really happen.
Yeah, people thought my wife was kind of old when she had Ian. Let's see here.
So Papa Cotton says, I realize it takes time. It takes a while to destroy everything. So I understand all the complaining about certain fandoms.
Right.
But everything must be turned woke before we're going to get anything good. Burn it all. Yeah.
Well, look at Disney. They're going bankrupt, man. There's even rumors of Lucasfilm being sold, going around real heavy.
Are they really allowed to be bankrupt? Because I think that Disney is part of the deep state, aren't they? Like Disney World basically was the village from The Prisoner. I thought that's what The Prisoner was trying to tell us in the 60s, wasn't it?
Possible. The movie Prisoner?
Well, the the TV show from the 60s.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. Patrick, God damn it. I swear to God, I'm terrible with names. There's something wrong with my brain. Yeah. Everybody's name is blah, 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 humana, humana, or ubaduba for like the first 10 times until I, take the time to care. Like, it's not blah, blah, blah. That's not your name.
I love that.
Well, I mean, I can't be the only one that's alone. I mean, some people, they really take the time and really learn your name. And I'm like, I really kind of don't care what your name is unless, there's only like a couple of circumstances where I really learn a name, but.
So yeah, my wife was 35 when she had Ian.
Oh, okay.
And they thought that was somewhat old for her to be having kids.
That's interesting. Just when my mum had me, she was 41.
I think my sister-in-law was close to 40 when she had Christopher. Oh wait, how old is she now? So I think my brother's 48. Christopher is 12. No, it'd be 36, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I could see that. Somebody would say that, but I don't think so. I don't think until you're closer to 40 as a woman, it's really an issue.
Yeah, there's more complications the older a woman is.
That's true. I mean, their eggs, they have all of their eggs pretty much, for their whole life, as were us men. We just continue churning out new sperm all the time.
Not if DeSantis has anything to do with it. I'm beginning to think he hates Disney.
Oh man, if Disney ever entered the public domain, there'd be so many like Mickey Mouse porn parodies. It'd be ridiculous.
I think there already are.
I'm sure there are, but it would be like legit the actual Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
Yeah. Yeah. It's time for a tune. All right. Everyone needs to try the water. And I'm not talking about water. Maker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water, many dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. Greatest destination, shine on, don't forget the journey. It's not the mountain, it's the destination. Free standing, what sets you off? Don't be stepping on toes. If you can, you better call quit, and you better do it fast. Maker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water. Many dreams get stepped on. No more broken dreams. Great destination. Shine on. Don't forget, the journey's not the mountain. It's the destination. Standing. What sets you off? Don't be stepping on toes if you can. You better call quit and you better do it fast. Master of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water. Many dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. Great destination, shine. Don't forget the journey is not the mountain. It's the destination. Freestanding, what sets you off? Don't be stepping on toes. If you can, you better call Quinn, and you better do it fast. Picker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Dry as water, many dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. No more destinations shine on. Don't forget the journey is not the mountain, it's a destination. Freestanding, what sets you off? Don't be stepping on toes. If you can, you better call quit, and you better do it fast. Maker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water, many dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. Great destination, shine on. Don't forget the journey is not the mountain. It's the destination. What sets you off? Don't be stepping on toes if you can. You better call quit, and you better do it fast. Maker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water.
What happened?
And there was that awkward moment again. As Bear moved himself.
Then there was silence. I thought maybe my internet had problems again.
Oh, Bear's
no.
gone. It sounds like it's Bear's internet's having issues.
Yeah. I was like, is it me? Is it them? So yeah. It's funny. I don't know. We've gone through all this woke, anti-woke, and all this stuff happening in politics, and it just appears that we've all fallen for a massive psyop, and they've gotten what they wanted, people to get the jab, and they've gotten away with it, and so now it's like return to normal. Just forget about the jab, forget about all of it. It's a massive psyop, and it seems like we've all kind of fallen for it, or most of us have fallen for it in a way. And so now the question is, what's going to happen next?
That is the question, and what I've been reading is a lot about the 15-minute cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's, I think they want us to consolidate into these 15-minute cities so they can control our movements. Because I was reading something online that in the UK they want like 2 airports, so that they can restrict people traveling on aircraft, and you can travel on aircraft is up to them. So
I would say that's a fair assessment. They're building a lot of where I'm at. It's weird. They're building a lot of these like low income type of housing in very conspicuous places, like 3-4 stories tall. And it sticks out like a sore thumb.
we are doing exactly the same thing in New Zealand. We both our main parties agree to make sure that no one needs resource consents to build 3-story houses on properties.
Hmm.
And these really narrow little things. Sounds like
Hello there.
it's a plan.
Oh, welcome
Can
back.
y'all hear me?
Yes, you're a little bit robot-y, but we can hear you.
Yeah, it's my Bluetooth earpiece. I picked up Skull Candy earpiece. I put the other one in. And you know what? I'm gonna take my headset off because it's probably making it muffled. All right, here we go. All right, probably hear me better that way.
So yeah, I mean, I guess it's going to be a dystopian hellhole with people living in these new low income, high density housing, and you're going to be carefully guided with what you see and hear on your smart device or on television. And there's going to be a massive underground black market where you might be able to get some truth, but you're basically going to be a criminal and have to hang out with criminals to be able to get access to that stuff. Fun.
Yes.
Actually, there'll be a lot more worse things happening before that.
Oh, before that, yes, much worse things. That'll be the mass die-off, is what you're going to see there. There's
No,
going to be the crisis that precipitates that.
I'm talking about a certain owner of certain things in the United States that outnumbers everything. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't allow no stupid buybacks.
But they will do that, Beard. You know that. They were our buybacks. And as taxpayers, we'll take the debt.
It's the second time I power cycled this router today. I did it knowing basically I would have to do it now, and I have to do it anyway. Oh, there we go. Got that taken care of. May as well freaking go outside and have a smoke. May as well.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since I've had a smoke.
How long's it been?
An actual cigarette? Man, it's been years. There's got to be at least 5 years. I actually find those the filterless ones taste better than the regular cigarettes.
No, Papa, that White House story was just a distraction from something else. What were they passing in Congress at midnight when they put that story out? Or some federal judges were meeting at midnight to discuss something or rather to do with whatever they do. The federal judges. All right,
Mhm.
there they are. I just power cycled the router.
Well, I'm not looking forward to entering a new dark ages. Hopefully, freedom wins, but I seems like the bad guys. Look, you had a shot at I don't. I'm not a Trump worshiper the way some of these people were. I think he's the best president that we had in my lifetime, but he was the best president because he wasn't, a super genius, 4D chess player. He was just a dude that liked banging strippers that had some principles and loved America. I mean, that's what you got. You were not getting top tier material there. You just got somebody that had some
But
common sense.
don't forget that Trump was pretty much a celebrity, and all the celebrities and all the political people went to his parties, both the left and the right did.
Yep.
You know, I got some new glasses. The other one's got a little scratched.
He was even throwing them bones, and still that wasn't enough for him. It's like, yeah, I'll bomb Syria and I'll get John Bolton to be the national security advisor. Nope.
But yeah, those guys have been career infrastructure of government. Can't trust them. Can't trust any of them. Anything from lobbying, anything from corporations, they got their own interests they're caring about, and not constitutional law the way it's supposed to be. Freedom of our pursuits and stuff like that. Yeah, time for smoke. All right, let's see here. That's a little bit too dull. Right. 95% in the phone. That's good.
Or says Trump's just another chess piece. Well, I mean, I don't think he's one of their chess pieces, but
he's like some things that sure did seem Agenda 21-ish. It's your boonga boongies. Yeah. Yep. I didn't say that, did I? Oh, that's my imagination.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the point is, for sure the election was stolen.
Well, that's like the
And it was blatantly done.
It's the same story as the Stone Age when the caveman stole the stone from the other caveman to use for a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I don't need.
You know what? Here's an interesting rabbit hole to go down: is how many people that were, famous musicians in pop culture had people that were tied to the deep state or the military industrial complex. Like Jim Morrison's father was a famous admiral. And I learned that like Stuart Copeland of the Police, his father was a very high level CIA guy. Very interesting how that works. I do think that Stuart Copeland is actually a pretty good drummer.
Well, you ever hear of a thing called Tavistock?
No. Hey, Courtney.
Oh, they had their smells a little like rain out here, but clear sky.
Yeah, it smells like 100-degree weather here.
It's cooled down out here.
Yeah. R says Trump allowed it to be stolen. Well, I think that he was just out of his depth. He was out of his depth. I think it's just like his critics have said, his supporters that are also, giving him constructive criticism, and that he's all tactics and no strategy. I think that's how it got stolen. And I think when you think of it that way, it's a miracle he got as much done as he did get done, because he really was all tactics and no strategy.
Well, everything's been controlled by corporations for a long time now, and that's basically what you get right down to it. It's the corporations.
The corporations got their hands in everything. They got into the black box jar, and it just went crazy.
Pretty much. Yeah, probably after the Civil War during the Gilded Age is really when they really got their hooks into it.
You know that basically the Civil War never ended. War Powers Act was never rescinded. But that's stuff they say is only in Candyland and all that. But yeah, I'm over it. I ain't tricked. I ain't deceived. I can see the stars. I can see the trees, and I can see the forest. But may as well just rock and roll and do the things you love, and things will probably take care of itself more than likely.
Well, I mean, it's either going to collapse or we're going to head into like a late stage Roman Empire where we go full authoritarian.
Yeah.
I still believe it's the late stage Roman Empire. I mean, we still got over that phase before another dark ages, and then we'll start back in alignment period.
Yeah, well, that sucks because that's going to be another 1,000 years of darkness if we go that route.
Yep, and it's going to be worse than that. It was technology. We won't be able with the surveillance systems. It'll be longer than that, I think.
Well, basically, a lot of shit's got to be ignored. Some shit just has to be ignored. Then some things on the vibration, positive energy levels, those things need to be pushed and raise your vibrations. And it is basically a bunch of like-minded people that are going to change things in a positive way.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of positive, like-minded people out there. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of the hippies that are still around in San Francisco and in the Haight area. That music scene is freaking thriving. Skull and Roses, they have an event every July or August, and I was hoping this year to get down there to get to that event, but it looks like that's not going to happen quite yet. So there's some pretty cool things going to be happening soon. I'm just looking forward to it.
Hey, whatever that crazy experience was that I had last year, whether, the light or the darkness, whatever that was, they both seem to be a lot more concerned about how what happens here affects their realm than what happens down here. They both seem to be more interested in souls than bodies.
Yeah, there's definitely some concerns in that way. That's why.
Neither one of them seemed to be concerned if the whole thing blew up down here. As long as it didn't affect whatever happened with them.
Oh, but it is affecting them to a degree.
Well, it is.
They want their believers.
They want
their believers.
They do. Yeah, the darkness wants people that are, in fear and angry, and
it's a balance though. It's a balance.
It is,
it was a part of that. It was part of that contract. The minute it happened, the minute things came into creation, the minute a spirit came to be, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Creator will make things the way it's gonna be. You just got to be able to hear and listen to what Creator's saying. And I'm speaking in the native sense for myself personally. And I've been listening. I get a certain feeling about a friend, I call. And like you said, you needed some people, so I put a little word out, and 2 people found you. That was amazing.
Yeah. Well, the light seems to be in the lead at the moment. Seems to be much more light than darkness, as far as I could tell. But the darkness, if they do something big, then that's going to increase the darkness. If they
people walking the black road, they can't win. Just can't. It's finite. It's fleeting.
Well, that's why they try and get good people to do bad things.
They're tricking them. They're tricking themselves, really. Those that walk in the light, man, are absolutely 100% protected. Can't be touched.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
why
kind
they
of
use. That's why they use other means. That's why they use psychological things to mess with you. Now they're black entities that are influencing and affecting things. There's just as many positive and light and light side working with light, white light, blue, healing light. And
oh,
those that
absolutely.
walk in that way and those that walk it strong can't be met.
Yeah, well, once you've had the light, you never will want the darkness.
Right. And I come from I got a Aztec family background, and their justice symptom was sacrifice at the altar. They cut heart outs and they put skulls in skull racks because it was their justice system. And a lot of people really don't know that, and pretty much break any rule in Aztec society before Cortez came. Uh, yeah, you pretty much got sacrificed. You broke any rules in that society.
Yep.
Yeah, and I have that ancestor. And there's a lot of Aztecs in Mexico and in the Southern California area and all over the place. There's some in I think Oregon, I think, and they're strong with ceremonies and stuff like that. A lot of the old ceremonies. You see, a lot of the dark side of the Aztecs was not good, and I think they learned a lesson big time because they did some dark things. There's no doubt about that with their sacrifice.
Oh, yeah. Well, I sure would like to know who built all those monuments. You know, the pyramids down there and the pyramids in Egypt.
Oh man, they're see
I
when a lot of my people got down there, the Aztecs and the Zapotecs, all the other Arawatal speaking tribes that were down there was ruins already there. A
Yep.
lot of the pyramids were already there, already built, and some were saying that the Toltecs, when they were there, the stuff was already built and they just built more. Toltecs were pretty advanced with their craftsmanship, but there was stuff that was already there. All they did was add a little to it in some cases. Grandpa used to tell me that we were related to Toltec, and he never really explained how, but he just told me that we were. And that probably comes from knowledge from his mother, and probably from her mother, and from her mother. Now, my grandfather's mother, like she looked just like an Apache woman, but she was dressed like it, very similar. And so it's probably stuff that he got told that was told to him by his mother, and then from her mother, being passed down information that didn't get lost. And a lot of a lot of my family don't even know they're native. Some have realized it and have asked me questions. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, I think the same thing happened in Egypt. You had people that came across the pyramids. There was this theory that the Ark of the Covenant was actually what was in the king's chamber, and that the Great Pyramid was actually some wild, free energy production facility, and supposedly that's what Tesla had used for inspiration for Wardenclyffe.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I just recently seen some stuff on YouTube popping up left and right all about that.
Yeah.
About the pyramids being power supply, and it used water to do it with.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what's built next to the Nile.
Hmm
Yeah,
And
the
it
water
is-
supposedly generated some sort of electrical field, the Nile running underneath the pyramid,
Yeah.
and then that dried
Yes.
up at some point. Yeah.
There was,
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he built a miniature version, and he got it. It's like a pump. It acts like a pump, and I guess if you use certain elements, it can also act as an energy. Yeah,
And
because
also,
certain
Bounty
stones.
didn't need wires to transfer
Yeah,
through that energy to the houses too. So it was all dying for the open here.
because if you
So
build certain stones together, when the weight of it presses down, it creates a small charge. That's how the pyramids were made. But yeah, freaking absolutely clear night out here. And somewhat quiet, I guess. That where
Yeah. Well, so Papa Cotton's referencing Graham Hancock. He says Graham Hancock already shattered the popular accepted age of the Sphinx.
yeah,
And yeah, he really did. Suppose I think they've already raided all the shit that's been in there. I think they had a way to tunnel up underneath there and get that stuff.
the head archaeologist in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
I think they arrested him because they realized that he was stealing artifacts. That
Wow.
Egyptian guy that was pretty much an asshole to everybody. Yeah, he was not a nice guy to other archaeologists. He had dominant, tight control on who did what, archaeology wise.
It's pretty wild. If the pyramids are as old, it sounds like the pyramids were working long after whatever civilization built them were wiped out. And eventually something happened with the water drain up underneath the pyramids. And so the ark, whatever the power source was, and some believe it to be the Ark of the Covenant, was still left. I don't know if it was a catalyst, what you might call whatever the ark was. And some people believe that Akhenaten was actually Moses. But the Israelites made off with the ark and used it as a weapon.
Yeah, I'm hearing that it's one of the new what do you call it? New theory that the Egyptians didn't build the
And if you look at like the Mayan calendar, they separated into like 5 epochs, and we're in the last epoch right now. And Graham Hancock and I think Randall Carlson kind of allude to entering a period of cosmic activity, Aquarius. And we're either are in or are about to enter Aquarius right now. And I don't know. You look at stuff like that that comet that what was that the comet that hit Jupiter in the early '90s? God, I'm terrible with names. There was a comet that hit Jupiter in the mid '90s, and like the
I remember.
fragments. I mean, just fucked Jupiter up. And if any one of those hit Earth, Earth would have been like the asteroid belt that's between Earth and Mars. And so it's like, well, yeah, they're talking about we need to, doing something like the movie Armageddon or
Yeah.
Deep Impact and breaking up one asteroid. Well, what if you get like a comet like that, or you get like 20 of them, or even like birdshot, a bunch of little ones, you're totally fucked. There's nothing you can do about it. And so maybe the Mayans are just like that. That's a wrap, folks. You go through this thing again. Life on Mars got wiped out. Whatever was the asteroid belt between Earth and Mars got wiped out, assuming that was a planet.
Well,
Like, sorry guys, that's the end.
you know how there's been nuclear testing here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shoemaker Levy, Keck says. Thank you, Keck.
Yeah. the isotopes that is detectable in the atmosphere because of the nuclear testing,
Yeah.
they've detected the same isotope in Mars's thin air. And once they discover it, they stop talking about it because you know what it means. It means that there was massive, massive nuclear explosion.
Wouldn't doubt it.
And it's a scientific fact that they found those isotopes. They really didn't talk about it after they discovered it because it doesn't fit with their mold of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember reading something about that. Those isotopes in Mars orbit.
Well, again, I kind of want to know if there's actual video of, ancient history, prehistory. If it isn't put in hieroglyphs and in some sort of a code where it can be run through a computer, kind of like that episode, The Chase of Star Trek: The Next Generation, where there's like a short message. Yeah, we built these pyramids. There was free energy for the entire planet. And, we had stargates and, there were giants and there were little people and, the planet was lush and beautiful. And, here we lived here and this is us making the pyramids.
I don't know if any of you watched the Florida Maquis. He just found what looks like a freaking Stargate in Antarctica. I watched
Where?
this video. I looked in Antarctica. There's a lot of stuff going on in Antarctica.
Oh yeah.
They're
Well,
finding stuff. They're finding ruins.
Pyramids, ancient forests, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff going on with Antarctica. A lot of stuff.
Well, there's
Amazing.
a lot of mountains that look suspiciously like tetrahedrons and pyramids in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm. I've seen those pictures.
And, the right angles are how you can kind of tell that it's not just like on Mars, like that's a right angle.
Yep.
The face on Mars, right angle. The 5-sided pyramid, right angles.
Well, there's a YouTuber that talks about Mars. The real Jimmy Roberts, I believe, is what his channel is. And he talks about Mars a lot. And he's found some really interesting stuff. I searched him on YouTube to check out his stuff. Yeah. Even Secure Team is pretty cool too. Yeah, he gave me permission to show one of his videos. Secure Team did. That was cool. So yeah, here pretty soon I'm gonna have some property. And
Sweet.
I want to make a place where meet and greet for YouTubers, along with a guitar store and a few other things. So I can't wait.
So what's the time frame on that beer?
Year and a half, maybe.
It's not too bad. Is it time to be like in a rural area or suburban?
It'll probably be half and half in between somewhere.
Okay, it's like a lifestyle bot, what we call in New Zealand. That'd be great.
Yeah. Something that's not quite in town, but almost. Because at this point, cell tower signal is very important.
I wonder why.
Yeah, because when the router goes nuts, you got to reset it, and this is what I do: put my 2 earpieces in, and boom, here we are.
Yep.
Live on my phone.
Lion Mini phone.
Yeah. Well, it's you got an S8 active. It's decent. Yeah, and I got these Skull Candy earbuds. Pretty good. They're comfortable. A lot of those earbuds are not comfortable.
Cool.
Yeah, my earbuds that weren't very comfortable that I gave to my son, well, somehow they got dropped in a cup of coffee with creamer and sugar in it. I'm like, yeah, yeah, those are toast. Those are completely toast.
My God.
And so I got my son a pair like mine. They're a lot more comfortable. I used to have these for my TV, but they were always disconnected from my TV. So I got a actual full Bluetooth headset for my TV that stays connected. But they're not as comfortable as I would like. So maybe I found another pair that's got bigger ear pads, and that'll be here soon. Forget what.
Nice.
And I now own one of those Frigidaire smaller refrigerators that doesn't freaking. Now I got to take it back to Walmart. I'm so red classic Frigidaire fridge, little throwback fridge, and got a nice dent up top, and it was leaking clear oil, and it hasn't got cold since it's plugged in. Damn it!
I feel like they don't make stuff as good as they used to.
Nope, they don't. They don't.
Gosh,
I should have read more of the reviews before I got that. That's a pain.
my grandma was from Pittsburgh, and she called every refrigerator a Frigidaire. The Frigidaire, like that. I guess that was a thing in Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's a huge brand.
Yeah.
It used to be the best brand of fridge you could buy at one point.
Well, Zenith used to be the best TVs too.
True. Tube TVs. Yeah, I had a big wooden cabinet, floor, big, huge 25-inch TV. That sucker barely fit in the back of my what is it? It was a 1987 hatchback Honda, and it didn't have a speaker, and it barely fit in the back. And we got it to our place, and me and a buddy of mine, we had this small speaker, wired it up, turned it on, boom, we had TV for free, and it was awesome picture.
Yeah. My grandparents had one of those, and I remember watching like Heart to Heart with my grandma. My grandma loved Heart to Heart. She's totally into that.
My grandma liked Heart to Heart. She liked with that Van Dyke judge show or lawyer show.
Oh yeah, Matlock.
Matlock. She loved that.
I like that too. But, yeah, Heart to Heart. It turns out that Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers, they were legit having. See, you want to talk about a conspiracy theory? Both of their spouses died under mysterious circumstances, and those two were apparently having an affair.
No, that's weird.
It is weird. It was a big tabloid thing for a while. Yeah, they were denying the fact. I mean, what is it? Is it one of the star assassins that you hear about that goes around like bumping off stars and their spouses to send a message, or was it them legitimately conspiring to be together? It's pretty crazy.
Look at those game shows. The guy that ran those game shows, I forget his name, but they made a movie about him. He was a spy. All the popular game shows from the 70s, the guy was a fucking spy, man.
I haven't heard about that one.
Movie about it. Yeah. Sam Rockford played the character. Don't be sneaking up on me like that. You walked up to me real quiet, man. Don't do that. The hairs on my back turned up, and Joshua was right there. My son. I'm in a live stream right now. You know? I put it somewhere. You have to wait.
Oh yeah, Sam Rockwell always plays those weird Weasley little dudes.
Oh yeah, great actor.
Yeah.
He played in Nicolas Cage movie called Matchstick Men. Great movie. Great. He was the betrayer. Great movie. Crime movie, you know. Con man. And Nicolas Cage played this guy that he was massive OCD, and he had to have everything clean and disinfected. He was a massive germaphobe. Didn't drive anywhere with the windows down. Guy was very, very eccentric that way. Yeah, I was standing here, and the hair in the back of my arm started turning up on end, and I turned to look, and Joshua was 6 feet away from me. Tell you how tuned my instincts are. That was insane. Just teenage energy got my attention. Funny. Yeah, Master, it was fucked up. It was, no doubt.
The Matchstick Men, that's the one.
Say again?
The Matchstick Men, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Great movie. Fucked up though.
Yeah, see it.
They really fuck with him. It's amazing. They screw up his whole world. Yeah. Really nice starry night.
What was that? Was that outside?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Huge
Oh,
freaking
wow.
trees on it.
I just thought Washington was weird. They had those signs on the side of the road. If you litter, it will hurt you. Well, this was like 10 years ago. I don't know if they still have them.
No, they changed the saying because they leave a number there now, and uh basically if someone sees you littering, they call the number, they give them their plate number. Guess what? You get a ticket in the mail.
What? It's like a totalitarian regime.
No, they're serious about littering in Washington State. They want to keep it clean, keep the environment clean. Hey, I watched
Well,
this woman throw a cigarette butt out the window. I called that fucking number and reported that bitch.
we've
Birds
got pounds.
back.
We've got pound smog here for like gross polluters, but nobody calls it because usually people driving gross polluters are like poor people, and people feel guilty about ratting them out.
No, this was a chick in a Mercedes Benz
Yeah,
that
that's different.
totally threw a cigarette butt out the window. And, you know, the birds will eat those cigarette butts. Think of it, the French fries.
Birds are cool. I like birds. They seem to like me. Sometimes they like fly up in front of my face and like look at me. It's weird. Like hummingbirds will do that.
Yo, what's up, Tommy?
Hail, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Welcome, my friend.
So yeah, I've got more views than I've had in a while, and the router should go out more often.
It's the secret of
No,
YouTube success.
I'm not making any noise with the guitar tonight. I'm letting fingertips recover a little. Helps. Yeah, intonating kills my fingers. Just kills them because it takes a minute to intonate properly. It's not, especially if you're new to it. I'm still new to it, and it is a pain in the ass. It is the biggest pain in the ass ever. Intonate a guitar. Gotta stay. Gotta stay.
It's one of the big surprises when I was, listening to all those rock and roll autobiographies and watching a lot of documentaries, is that being a rock star can kind of suck for a lot of those guys. If you're like kind of introverted and want to be kind of, not around a lot of people, and everybody's like almost like identifies you as this character, but you're a real person. I guess that could be really alienating and kind of lonely for a lot of those guys. Quite a few of them have talked about it, like Duff McKagan of Guns N' Roses and a bunch of them. They're like, being a rock star sucks, I was just playing music with my friends in these shitty little apartments, and then we make it, and our friends overdose and die and never make it, and
Yeah.
then you have all these egos popping up after people start making money. People start like ripping things off your clothes and just like talking to you randomly like they know you. It's weird.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of, does anybody know why Bruce Lombardo got suspended on Twitter?
No, he got suspended.
Yeah, he did.
I
'Cause
can't imagine why. He's
I
much more
seen
well behaved than I am.
I seen a post someone posted, and I clicked on his name and suspended.
I'll have to ask him. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Especially from Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce is a nice guy. I like Bruce. Doesn't he make little silver figurines and different types of stuff like that? Figures?
He does paint models. He does a lot of Dungeons and Dragons role playing models, to my understanding.
Internet come back on? Wife decided to come out and have a smoke. Oh, they did? Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so people that have, here's what I've experienced. People that have gotten the blue check, if they're in a group chat, you no longer, on mobile anyway, will be able to participate in the group chat unless you get verified too.
Oh, I thought I heard someone complain about that. Yeah, that's a legitimate complaint, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a tech issue or what, because you can still chat on the desktop version, but on the mobile version, it's like, nope. Well, I mean, on Android anyway. I don't know about iPhone. You common bastards. I don't have iPhone. I want to get spied on by Koreans, not by Americans, but also not by Chinese.
That is crazy. Plus plus Twitter did a limit on how many tweets you can read.
Mm-hmm.
Like people that weren't paying for blue check were limited to 500 tweets.
I thought it was
People
600, something like that.
That was 7,000.
And
Well, it seemed like a lot.
There's 1,000 or so, I guess. And
they're trying. Basically, what he said, it was really cryptic what he was saying, Elon. And I think they're dealing with a bunch of fucking hackers. I think they're trying to root out the fucking hackers and the spammers. Because I've been seeing a lot of fucking spam on Twitter. And I just wish they go about doing it differently. You know?
I suppose they have to start at some point while they develop the technology or app to be able to find the spammers.
Yeah. It's like until the problem clears up, why don't Twitter just offer free blue checks to everyone until they clear up the problem? You know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
that are willing to verify themselves. You know? And then when they get the problem, it's like, hey, it's no longer free. If you want to opt out of it, you can. And they could have done.
No.
They could have done, but they didn't.
Well, you should be able to opt out of it. I don't. I mean, I understand if it's a one-on-one chat, but a group chat, that's kind of dumb. And it has to be, if it's a setting that the purchaser of the blue check can have. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Wow. So Tommy says his PC is where he's seen it no matter how many times he clicked no thanks. It kept popping back up till he shut the computer off and then went on the phone. That's weird.
That's the opposite of what I've been having.
And have you noticed in the private chats they gave you access to a whole bunch of emojis?
Yes, I
Or
did. Yeah.
when I see
they?
something, it's like, what? It's like I seen something. It was something else, and I'm like, what? What's that? And so I opened it up, looked at it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna like it with a bone being.
Yeah, I put the taco there. Yeah.
Yeah, give it dog a bone, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Now, have you guys ever heard of a thing called
Of what?
Shakedown Street?
No.
No.
All right. R, you know what Shakedown Street is, don't you? Papa Cotton, you might even know. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Give it a minute and see if anyone knows. Hey, I got the camera on my laptop taped, so I don't think that's nutty. Mm-mm.
I always thought it was weird that they started putting them in the first place. But when I questioned it, a bunch of people thought that I was a weird nutcase. Oh, why wouldn't you want to have a built-in camera? It's for convenience. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I'd rather be able to have something I can unplug. Oh, they wouldn't do that. And of course, you find out they have been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They can just tap in and listen on that mic anytime they want to. And apparently the way the mic is set up, they can tell how big the room is and where you're located in the room. It's actually quite fascinating. But based on the acoustics, how long it takes for the sound to come back to the camera, almost like sonar.
It's also a song. Shakedown Street. Just got to poke around.
I've kind of been taking a break from.
Nothing happening on Shakedown Street. Just poke around.
A lot of this stuff, so I'm kind of out of the loop. I'm like, well, we were right about everything, and nobody listened to us, and now people are kind of starting to listen to us.
Would it surprise you if I told you that a lot of Deadheads predicted a lot of the shit?
Sorry, you kind of broke up there for a second there, Bear. What?
Would it surprise you that a lot of Deadheads predicted a lot of this shit going on
Not really, because my aunt's second husband was a deadhead, and he seemed to predict a lot of this stuff.
right? It's because we broke free of the programming.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, we broke free of the programming. When you're one with that special something, and you can connect with it, you can dance with it, and you're amongst maybe 3,000, 4,000 people at a show, and you're all dancing to the same music, you're all connecting with that energy. Divine. Connecting with the divine. That's what it's called. Doing that dance. Let's see. Yeah, the song. Yeah, Deadhead don't listen to Dead album unless it's a live release. The Dead weren't known for selling records, but there were a few good ones, quite a few good ones, all the live ones. Pretty awesome. Dick's Picks has some really good ones, although Dick's not with us no more. Yeah, his picks were pretty freaking good. I just ordered me a Jerry Garcia Hawaiian shirt, and I can't wait to get it. It looks freaking fat.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been really kind of just tuning stuff out, like stuff like that, and I hear it's doing good. It's getting a lot of sales in the theaters. A lot of other stuff too going on with it. Crazy.
Yeah, I've tuned out pretty much everything. I've kind of,
You kind of have to.
yeah. I mean, I'm only interested in, really at this point in history and
All right.
religion, philosophy.
The the reason why I was pointing out Shakedown Street is because Shakedown Street is a place in um Grateful Dead parking lot or Grateful Dead affiliated event. Band members, bands, Dead and Company. Before that, it was Further. Right before that, it was the Dead. Before that, it was the other ones. And I haven't gone to any of the Dead and Company show because I got a family, stuff like that. I can't travel around following the band. I haven't been able to get to any shows like that. And on top of that, they're really, really expensive. It's insane. And they were talking because Dead and Company is doing their last show and they're not touring anymore. And they say they're done. They're not going to do it no more. That doesn't mean the music is dead. Doesn't mean the scene's dead. Doesn't mean Shakedown Street is going away. Because at every um, Grateful Dead cover band or event or stuff like that going on, Mark Aaron, Dave Guberman, Trixie Garcia, all these people that are keeping it alive. And they have events, they have shows, and they're affordable. You can go see them. It's reachable, it's attainable. Dead and Company is hardly attainable, but they've been making some good music stuff like that, you know. And it's really slow, but it's different, I guess. Um, but Shakedown Street isn't going away; it's going to live on. There'll be other events, Golden Roses, stuff like that. Um, all the other bands that are carrying the torch, that are playing Grateful Dead songs. Shit, my cousin has a Grateful Dead cover band, and it's pretty damn good. I was really impressed, blown away. Apparently, I'm not sure if it was my influence, but I must have had an influence somewhere. Yeah, it freaked my. I was getting a ride from my Aunt Olga and my grandmother to the train to take into Chicago to go see Jerry Band at Rosemont Horizon. And we were at the light, and I was next to this bus, and I yelled out the window, "Hey, brother, you going to Chicago?" He's like, "Yeah. Need a ride?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said goodbye to Aunt Olga and Grandma and got in the bus with him. And that's how I got there. Yeah, I did some crazy shit getting to shows.
That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm starting to doze off here. I think it's probably bedtime.
What's up, CJ? How you doing, man? Long time no see.
Definitely cool hanging out.
Yeah. A live
Thanks,
stream on my
Graham.
phone. At least a good hour or so outside.
Sure.
I've had 4 smokes. Yeah, yeah, so yeah. You know, I've been sharing and retweeting all of Mark Turan and Dave Guberman stuff their events. And man, I swear everything of Scott Guberman that I share on Facebook, he likes every one. And then he accepted my friend request. The guy is great. He plays awesome piano. Whenever I see his red piano, I always comment, "Hot Rod, Hot Rod singing piano." Is what I always say.
Trick name.
Yeah. Yeah, great people. You know, there's still good people out there. I had to take my glasses off so I can see the chat. Yeah, it gets blurry when I have my glasses on because they're for far seeing. Because I'm farsighted. No, nearsighted. But everything got to be near for me to see it, so I put glasses on. Just get fuzzy. I got to get next pair. I got new glasses, but I need to get another pair that's got built-in bifocal. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to be aware of your surroundings, CJ. It doesn't hurt at all. We've got 8 people watching. Breaking some records here. Tommy, have you seen that movie? Yeah, we know what happened. We don't need to see that movie. We're we're aware. Yeah, I didn't plan on going to see that movie. I want to be distracted from the horrible stuff in the world when I go see a movie. Just kind of where I'm at, you know.
I think that's where we all at, Beer. We just don't. We live in the world. We want to get away from the world for a couple of hours and have some entertainment.
Yeah, you know. I'm to the point to where, you know, I don't watch news. I hardly ever watch any news clips. I notice headlines here and there, and you know, but you know, I don't want to be reminded of the seriousness of the world. I want to enjoy life, have fun, do things that I like, make some
Damn
waves
right.
in a good way.
I find it bad enough following my football team. I don't want to follow anything else after that. God.
CJ, I haven't had any dreams like that, and I'm a dreamer. I normally have dreams, and I haven't had any alarming dreams. Um, I have a suggestion. Find a piece of forest where you can go meditate and absorb some good positive energy. That'll probably make those kind of dreams go away. Take your shoes off, put your feet in the dirt, reconnect with the earth. That'll probably help you a lot. Yeah. Well, I want to make a place where YouTubers can come chill, make great content. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And alcohol is legal here. Cannabis is legal here. You know, someone making cigarettes. That sounds like a cigarette pusher. What are you doing, Mikhail?
Oh, I'm not muted. Oops, sorry. I'm just tying up my mess I just done. I spilt stuff.
Sounds like you was making we call them cigarette pushers. They're basically empty cigarette casings with the
Yep.
filter. You put the tobacco in the pusher, crank it down, put the tube, and close the machine and pull back, and it fills the tube with tobacco.
No, I was just taking some stuff off some stuff I spilt on it. So I'm tapping it off. I was. I hate when I do that. Big elbows.
Yeah, that could be a good thing. Sure. Think I had enough tobacco. I need another drink. Time to go back into the air conditioned freezer.
And you're in the middle of summer.
Yeah. But it's keeping them guitars more. Hold that thought. I gotta lock the door. Alright. Well, that dream, dude. Oh. Yeah, we had the upstairs cooled down, but one of my younger boys decided to open their bedroom window. Midday, blasting heat, and they let all the cool air out. Excuse me. Oh, nice and cool. Oh. Well, honestly, I could see how one could feel that way with all the dumb shit going on. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Can't get back into the main system.
Someone messed with the camera. I wonder who that was. All right.
Well, don't press the end button on the phone. It's like, whoa, breaks.
And he's back on the main
All right.
seat.
Put the skull candy earbuds back in its little sleepy chamber. All right. So, how is everybody? Camera. One of the boys must have came in here and bumped it. Oh. There we go. That was weird. Let's see here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it go. Where'd it go? There it went. Under the stars. I was just outside. As soon as I share the screen, you'll be able to hear the lovely music. All right. Holy shit. I've been hearing about this stuff. Yeah. All right, let's see here. I really wish they wouldn't have changed my groove music to a media player. I like the name it was.
It was after midnight, calm to the sky, crying out loud. Eagle of the night, the North Star, she's shining bright. A watcher in the night. It was after midnight, eagle of the night. The positive like water, a little never hurt. We can't have a laugh. Raise your glass. Have a little glass, maybe a little ghost, loving the night and the stars. After night, calm to the sky, I'll cry out. Eagle of the night. The North Star shining bright. A watcher in the night, it was after midnight. Eagle of the night. The positive like water, a little never hurt. We can have a little glass. Raise your glass, have a little glass. Maybe see a little ghost. Maybe see a little ghost. Loving love the night under the stars. After midnight, calling to the sky, I'll cry out. Eagle of the night, the North Star is shining bright. A watcher in the night. It was after midnight, eagle of the night. The positive like water, a little never hurt. We can have a laugh. Raise your glass, Have a little glass, maybe see a little ghost. Loving the night under the stars. After midnight, all over the sky. Eagle cried out, eagle of the night. The North Star, she's shining bright. A watcher in the night. It was after midnight. Eagle of the night, the positive like water, a little never hurt. We can have a glass, raise your glass, have a little glass, maybe see a little ghost loving the night under the stars after midnight. It's calling to the sky. Owl cried out, eagle of the night. The North Star, she's shining bright. A watcher in the night, it was after night. Eagle of the night, the positive like water that'll never hurt. We can't have a glass, raise your glass, have a glass, see a little ghost loving the night under the stars.
Who wouldn't love a night under the stars? Yeah, I went to a thing. It was electric, and it was by an oak tree. There was fire, and there was lots of music, and we saw many things come and dance and go and all that stuff. And yeah, you can probably take a guess what that was about. All right, let's see here.
I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind. From time to time, fix the wheels, make the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light, raise my hand, felt the air passing up by the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost in my mind. From time to time, fix the wheels, makes the wheels turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheels with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Hey, hey. I'm standing in the blue light, traveling back from some time, lost my mind from time to time. Fix the wheel, makes the wheel turn round and round, makes the sun turn round and round. Fix the wheel with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, felt the air pressing by up in the sky. I'm standing in the blue light, traveling back from some time, lost my mind. From time to time, fix the wheel, make the wheel turn, go round and round. Makes the sun go round and round. Fix the wheel with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, feel the air pressing up in the sky. I was standing in a beam of blue light, traveling back from some time, lost my mind from time to time. Fix the wheel, make the wheel turn round and round, makes the sun go round and round. Fix the wheel with the beam of light, beam of blue light. Raise my hand, melt the air passing above the sky. I was standing in the beam of blue light, traveling down from time to time, lost my mind. time to time, this stuff makes the wheel turn round and round. Makes the sun turn round and round. Makes the wheel with my life. Raise my hands up here, passing by up in the sky. I'm standing in the cloud, traveling back. Lost my mind. From time to time, makes the wheel round and round. Makes the sun go round and round. Makes the wheel dream of life. Raise my hands up there, pushing up in the sky. I'm standing in the light, traveling back from time. Lost my mind.
All right. That felt good. Good night, Keck. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. So, yeah. Yeah, good night. Yeah, have a good one. So, yeah. How'd that sound? Hopefully good.
It was good, beer. Very good.
I backed the volume down a little bit on the mic and that monitor. A little bit. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was lots of fun. Yep. It froze a little. Did you see that? It's still freezing a little. It's like tink. Yeah. I like this mouse, but the back and forward button placement is just stupid.
Annoying. Ooh, by me.
Ooh, that sounded like it came from the other realm. The good one.
That was not.
Where
It
every
needed to come
burp
out.
is a burp of a pint of good IPA or an India Pale Ale or some kind of bitter ale. Oh, yeah. Salute, by the way.
Salute, everyone. Where's my
Woo. Woo. That was good. So, yeah. Pretty nice turnout, I gotta say.
It's a very good turnout.
Let's see, 10 likes.
I got 12 on my string.
That guy looks funny. They got a whole bunch of different new quick emojis. Look at that. But do they translate in the yard? They do not. All right, StreamYard, need to fix that. We can't see that on this side. What's up with that?
Face green smiling.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Doop, boop. Okay, catch up. Catch up. Come on, catch up.
Oops. Does that mean to be hoops?
Yeah, good night. Have a good one. So,
I'm standing in light, traveling back sometimes. Lost my mind.
all right. Because me and some friends, we incorporate. Okay. There you go. Come on, StreamYard, you're failing us on this emoji stuff. So, let's see here. See. Oh, and it opened with no problems. Imagine that. All right. There's the moon rising, shining blue and silver, like a fuzzy ball glowing and turning in the sky. Laying my eyes on the horizon. My. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I changed a mic setting in the main mic setting area, and it changed the audio device. I gotta find the one that is the correct one. Is it that one? Nope. It is not that one. Beep bop bop the beep beep the boot. Biddle it and did it do. You, right there. I think that's it. Yes, that is it. Woohoo! All right. Now we can drop that down just a little bit. And then drop that down a little bit. Wow, this is picking up every little fucking noise, isn't it? Wow. That is amazing. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We're just going to drop that back real quick. All right. Yeah, apparently I switched setting that's in my control panel for my sound card. And I switched it to mic. I switched it to line in. Line in should work better. Yeah, there we go. Should still work over here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right. Yeah. There we go. All right. Okay, yeah. That makes it quieter, doesn't it? Because in the volume control panel of the sound card, there's monitor, and you can mute the monitor, or you can have a little bit of background of your voice so you can hear yourself. But we'll go with that right now. All right. So let's open that up. Bring that there. There's a moon rising, shining blue and silver, like a fuzzy ball, growing and turning in the sky. Laid my eyes on the horizon, my. I hear the magical place call me. Can you hear it calling you? I hear it call out in the night. Shake a leg, shake it hard. Get down on that dance floor. She was shaking like tomorrow won't arrive on time. Shake it good, shake it all night long. There's a moon rising, shining blue and silver like a fuzzy ball, flowing and turning in the sky. Laid my eyes on the horizon. My. I hear the magical place calling me. You hear it calling you. I hear it calling out in the night. Shake your leg, shake it hard. Get down on the dance floor. We was shaking what we got. She was shaking like tomorrow won't arrive on time. Shake it good, shake it all night long. There's a moon rising, shining blue and silver like a fuzzy ball, glowing, turning in the sky. Lay my eyes on the horizon. My. I hear the magical place calling me. You hear it calling you. I hear it calling out in the night. Shake a leg, shake it hard. Get down on the dance floor. She was shaking like tomorrow won't arrive on time. Shake it good, shake it all night long. There's a moon rising, shining blue and silver like a fuzzy ball, glowing and turning in the sky. Laid my eyes on the horizon, my. I hear that magical place calling me. Can you hear it calling you? I hear it calling out in the night. Shake a leg, shake it hard. Get on down to that dance floor. She was shaking like tomorrow won't arrive on time. Shake it good. Shake it good. Shake it all night long. Shaking what she got on that dance floor. I think that sounded better. Shall we test it? Because in the volume control panel of the sound card, there's monitor there. I hear the magical place call me. Can you hear it calling you? I hear it call out in the night. Shake a leg, shake it hard. Get down on that dance floor. She was shaking
Like tomorrow won't arrive on time. Shake it good, shake it all night long. There's a moon rising, shining blue and silver like a fuzzy ball, going and turning in the sky.
Yeah, that was way better. Way better. So it's been going on 3 hours. I'd say been fairly good. Good, yeah.
It's been a great show so far for you.
Yeah. Well, we'll be getting some love on the share and the tweets. Yeah. For the show tonight.
Looks like you got the mojo bet, beer.
Say again?
Looks like you got the mojo bet.
A little bit. I've always said, man, you can't force it.
No.
Got to let it come naturally. So yeah, we even had an hour outside.
Was it that long? An hour?
There was no cats out there though. It's been really weird. The cats ain't been around. I ain't seen the tailless cats in a long time. Those cats are interesting. So, by the way.
Stop doing that.
Oh, good stuff.
Nice.
Good stuff. All right. All right. I think the twin to the first song I played is this song.
You're the real deal, Lucille, seal the dream, dream the deal. Diamond in the sky, make the deal, we can drive. Miles down the road, take a load off. Unwind your clock, clock spinning down. Hey, Lucille, seal the dream, seal the deal. Dream the deal, you're the real deal, Lucille. Seal the dream, dream the deal. Diamond in the sky, make a deal. We can drive miles down the road, take a load off, unwind your clock, clock spinning down. Hey, Lucille, seal the dream, seal the deal, dream the deal, seal the deal, dream the deal. You're the real deal, Lucille. Seal the dream, dream the deal. Diamond in the sky, make a deal. We can drive miles down the road. Take the load off, unwind the clock, clock spinning down. Hey, Lucille, seal the dream, seal the deal, dream the deal. You're the real deal, Lucille. Seal the dream, dream the deal. Diamonds in the sky. Make the deal, we can drive miles down the road. Take a load off, unwind your clock. Clock spinning down. Hey, Lucille, seal the dream, seal the deal. Dream the deal. You're the real deal, Lucille. Seal the dream, dream the deal. Diamonds in the sky. Make the deal, we can drive miles down the road. Take a load off, unwind your clock. Clock spinning down. Hey, Lucille, seal the dream, seal the deal, dream the deal. You're the real deal, Lucille. Seal the dream, dream the deal. Diamonds from the sky. Make a deal, we can drive miles down the road, take a load off, unwind your clock. Clock spinning down, hey, Lucille, seal the dream, seal the deal, dream the deal, seal the deal, dream the deal. You're the real deal, Lucille, seal the dream, dream the deal, diamonds in the sky. Make a deal, we can drive miles down the road, take a load off, unwind your clock, clock spinning down. Hey, Lucille, seal the dream, Seal the deal, dream the deal. You're the real deal. Seal the dream the deal. Diamonds in the sky, make a deal. We can drive miles down the road. Take the load off, unwind your clock spinning down. Hey, Lucille, seal the dream, seal the deal, dream the deal, seal the deal. Hey, Lucille, you're the real deal.
Wow. All right. I need to put a prayer request out for Drew. He needs some prayers. He needs a lot of white light. So put the word out that Drew needs prayer. And just ask for the white light to surround him and protect him. Keep him safe. Yeah. So with that, I got to go. I got to call Drew. So, hey, thanks for stopping by. It's been real great. And we'll see you soon.
Good night, everyone.
Stay safe out there. Stay frosty. Keep your head in the swivel. Not everyone's your friend. So, hey, have a good one. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, RR, for being there. Salute to you. And we'll say goodnight.